Hello and welcome to all you Capricorns. Dear Capricorns, this is your monthly horoscope for March of 2019. And although for a lot of people this is quite an important month because it's a certain area of their life that is hit and that has so much energy, for you it's really not that much of a big deal. Why? Because first of all, it's not a key area of your life that is touched there. And secondly, all these planets that are in Pisces form a sextile with your Capricorn energy. So that shows that there's always the good and the bad and the ugly story of an energy. But it shows in this case that for Capricorns, this will be more the positive energy, because of this good connection that earth and water have towards each other. But let's break it down. So you're having a full house in the third house. And you could say, of course, oh yeah, the third house, that is not so important. It's a thinking house. It's also a relationship house that has to do with relating to siblings or relating to people in your environment. It's also, you know, connections that you're having every day. For instance, you're going to do your groceries, the connections that you're having there. That's the third house. So it's quite a lively house. And so there's liveliness for sure. But all of this energy is in Pisces. It's a new moon there on the 6th in Pisces. Then on that same day, there's a Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And the retrograde goes direct again at the end of the month. So it's like the whole month, there's a lot of Piscean, Neptunian energy at its best. And the chances are high that you're going to have more of the positivity of this energy at its best. This is a reconnecting with a sibling or reconnecting with a schoolmate or someone that you connected with when you were younger. Or from the internet. I associate that too with the third house. So that you reconnect with these people. And that is quite a deep connection there because it's in Pisces. It's quite healing. So that could be one of the things. On another level, this has to do with everything that has to do with communication. So there could be, there's a possibility for you to be more compassionate, to be more understanding towards, you know, Capricorns are quite, you know, it can be a tough sign, especially when you have your moon in Capricorn, or, you know, these are the tough cookies. And now with all that soft energy in your sector of communicating, it's a good opportunity for you to communicate in a softer way, more gentle way. Not that other people run all over you, but that you at least try to be understanding, try to be compassionate towards other people's views. That's the best thing that you can do, you know, especially in your conversations with other people in general. The best thing that you could, the worst thing that you could do is just be rigid. That would work against you. The best thing that you could do is try to understand them, try to know where someone is coming from, and try to be gentle as well with people in your communication. If you're doing that, you're going to have a wonderful month. Now, the challenge is that a confusion. So some of you will, because of other things in your horoscopes, because this is a general horoscope, there can be a lot of confusion in your communication. And the third house is not only communicating by word, it's also writing, you know, it's also thinking. So the worst case scenario could be that it's total chaos, that in your thinking, you're insecure, you don't know what to think. There are so many possibilities that you don't know what is the truth. Now, the best attitude for you is to make it positive, is to see the different things, to see the different possibilities, to be open. It's only going to cause problems when you're rigid and when you're sticking to your own, you know, it's my way or the highway. And so you can try to be as clear as you can in your communication to others. Don't expect that people always will understand you. It's probably a possibility that people won't understand you with all this confusing energy. So prepare yourself for that. It's not that they are doing it on purpose, but sometimes you say white and they understand black, so to speak. I mean, stupid example, but that's the example that I'm finding here. So make sure that if you're communicating something, that you're doing your best to stand in their shoes if you need to communicate. The other way around is the same. You will have people will say things to you that confuse you. They will say things to you that they say, what are they doing here? Are they misleading me? Are they telling the truth? Are they really lying to me? Do they want to deceive me? What is happening here? Those feelings can come up during this month. Now the thing is, don't jump into conclusions. Wait until after the first week of April to make your conclusions, considering a communication with another person. And then you will be fine. So, of course, signing contracts in all sorts is not the best to do during the Mercury retrograde in your 3rd house. Absolutely not. Why not? Because there's information that you're missing. Of course, you can only control what you can control. If you have to do it, you have to do it. But if you can control it, and if you can say, I can postpone a little bit for signing something after the 1st week of April, I would highly recommend it. Because then you're going to have all the pieces and clearance will come back. So this is not, it's quite a long transit because it's the whole month. But on the other hand, what is a month? You're not going to be in La La Land for the whole year. Unless you have a strong Neptune transit going on in your chart. Another thing, and if you're certainly watching this in February, do a backup of your computers, of your phones or whatever, because Mercury going retrograde in your 3rd house, you know, some sort of communication device could say, or you know, what is it called? Is it the blue screen of death? The computer that just says no, the computer says no. So make sure that, you know, these can be it's not the end of the world, but it can be tremendously annoying. So that you're making backups, that you're making, when there is information on your computer that's very important, that you put it on a stick or whatever, these kind of things. Prepare yourself for it. Traveling. When you're traveling, this could be one of the most amazing, romantic, idealistic travels that you've ever made, or it could be you're getting lost every day. It depends again. But traveling, you could in a positive way, you could go back to you know, a trip that you've made a long time ago, to a country that you've visited a long time ago, and you're traveling back to that country, and you're feeling some sort of connection there, or healing energy going on there. So quite an important month. On the sideway, you've got Venus and Mars operating in a square around the 20th, 21st, 22nd of the month, which could be, it's between your 5th house and your 2nd house. So you have Mars in your 5th house of children, of projects, of hobbies, clashing with Venus in your 2nd house of your self-worth, of your money. So it could be that children are, you know, that children and your money, that there is a bit of a friction there. Whatever it is, try again to balance out, use your compassionate understanding there, see it from different perspective, and take your time to make your decision. On another level, it could mean that a hobby is costing you too much money. It could also have to do that a certain hobby, a certain project that you're doing is working on your self-esteem, you know, whether that is a bit difficult to launch something that you've been wanting to do for quite a long time. You're not finding the time, you're not finding the money, but in any way, it's finding that balance there. So all in all, quite an interesting energy. When it comes to love relationships, of course, you've got Pluto in your sign, you've got Saturn in your sign. So a lot of Capricorns are drawing the line with people, especially those who have given too much and who now see, look, because Saturn is about boundaries. So for that, it's good. You know, if you're saying people have taken advantage of me, with you, with having your Pluto in your sign, having Saturn in your sign, you're putting boundaries with other people. So that is something that continues. So all in all, quite interesting month. I hope you enjoy it. And I wish you all the best. And thank you for watching. If you want a reading, just get in touch. Bye-bye.